Hello fellow nerds, this is Sean. I am a nerd that knits, and we are going to be talking about the Summer Olympics. Fellow knitter that knits during the Olympic Games, none other than Tom Daley.
Hey everyone, it's Tom here, and I just wanted to do the reveal of my sweater that I've been making while being here in Paris. We got Paris 24 on the front with the French and the British flags on the bottom.
So, story time. Back in 2012, I was knitting a practice wedding shawl for myself, and I was knitting lace sitting on the couch and watching the Summer Olympics, the London Olympics. And side note, I don't know why I was thinking the wedding was a year away, but I learned two things. Actually, both myself and my fiance at the time learned two things. Don't talk to Sean while she's knitting lace. And number two, knitting lace isn't great for TV watching, especially when you're struggling. This particular pattern, I would learn later, was full of errors. This is why I'm so happy that Ravelry exists, because errata is a thing. So fast forward, and I have found a fellow knitter that knits during the Olympic Games, none other than Tom Daley. Now, it is not a secret that I have been a huge Tom Daley stan over the years. So my sister and I have been following his diving career for quite a while. I don't know how random chicks in the US become fascinated with a UK diver. Okay, I do know, but here we are. Tom Daley, we love you, and we love your adorable family. Anywho, a diver, a knitter, and one serious Olympic knitter. So let's not kid ourselves. Every 4 years, a new Olympic hat comes out for the Olympic Winter Games, but not the Summer Games. It just doesn't get the same amount of love. So the knitting glee hits me when I see Tom Daley in the stands knitting away. But it does bring me some sadness when I learned that the WNBA game that I recently went to did not allow knitting needles at the game center. So I don't know if it's a celebrity thing, but I have seen other knitters knit at hockey games, especially I've seen them making socks. So I don't know what gives Seattle. So anywho, you see swimmers in like their puffy coats all the time, and I'm thinking like this sport has a lack of wool. I'm not saying that wool is needed for the Summer Games, but I'm just saying you could always knit a cotton summer top. So I don't have any pictures documenting my knitting, but lordy, Tom Daley has the goods. He has videos talking about his designing process. So let's talk about his Vive la France sweater this year. That project picture is perfect. Like fashion designers, no matter how crude, it's an outline, and it is a beautiful picture of what he's aiming for. I love that he designed a big piece giving the love to France. I'm loving the Eiffel Tower, but then adding the Union Jack and the French flag at the bottom. It's very generous. Sometimes with the US teams, it's like American flag everywhere, and I'm like, where are these games at? I don't see any ties to, hey, we're in Greece this year, hey, we're in France, hey, we're in London. It's very like, I'm just saying we could be a little bit more generous with our spacing. The Daley on the back and the initials on the arm and his number is giving me high school sport days that I never had. It's making me envious that I never did a sport that gave me a number. I mean, like, I didn't have a number in tennis. I just had a last name. So, okay, I'm just glad I have the initials NTK right now. But listen, Tom hates sewing up side seams. This is why I like top-down sweaters. There is more math involved, but less annoyance. And I know it sounds silly that I'm making you do more math, but those side seams get a little bunchy on the side, and it makes them look cleaner and not as thick. And it's prettier on the hips. And I know that Tom doesn't have that problem, but I do. So for me, it's just a preference. So moving on, the colors are spot on. The design work is clean and has good spacing. I would rate this design a 10 out of 10. I know, total cringe, but I had to. When else would I be able to do it? We are talking about the Olympic Games. So I realized he decreases the sleeves like me. You can see the stitch markers on the sleeves, especially in one particular picture. I also love the little chats he has about Intarsia. Intarsia is not pretty, at least on one side of the piece it is. So Intarsia and colorwork to me is like the last boss. When it comes to knitting, it's a bad bitch. So the transition from the French flag to the Union Jack is perfect. Intarsia is a mess, but there are ways to keep it clean, and that is for another video. So design work doesn't really have to be hard. You need to watch Tom's video on Instagram just describing his process. And yes, he does gauge swatches. So for those that ignore those important beginning steps, here you go. I mean, right out of a, Olympic medalist's mouth. You need those beginning steps in your sweater project. Such a fun sweater, perfect for an event. Cheers to Tom Daley for his return to diving. For Team Great Britain, great job on your medal win. Yes, I have been watching you, obviously. And that is my assessment on the recent knitting fashions for this month. Please continue to watch the Olympic Games. They are brilliant. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's been working their butt off. It doesn't matter who you go for. So cheers and thank you.